Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This weekend we got a ton of new content in MLB The Show. We're going to break it all down. I'm also going to go over the best ways to complete the new programs, as well as finish off the latest event, the Moonshot event, which is one of the most fun events that you're going to see. Common pitchers on Coors Field with any hitter. It was a blast. I was able to complete that entire program, so we're going to talk about that and some players that you might want to use, especially the common pitchers, to help you out a little bit and win some games. So if you enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel and give the video a like, because it really helps me out. All right, let's get into the latest content in MLB. All right, guys, let's start first with the new programs that did come, and we got the next section of the April monthly awards. So there is a change to this year's monthly awards program, and that is that they release it by week and not all at once, which is obviously a bit of an adjustment for players that have been playing a long time, but I think this does really help keep all of the cards relevant, as we're not getting a huge influx of diamonds later on at the end of each month. So I think this is a decent improvement. So it works a lot like week one. Basically, you have to complete all of the week 2 moments, and that will allow you to get enough of the program reward or program points to unlock the 3 new cards. So we've got the CJ Abrams from the Padres for his first MLB home run, with good contact against righties, and then everything else is pretty mediocre, so probably not a card that you're going to start. Then we've got Nestor Cortes Jr., who's been absolutely electric for the New York Yankees, as he had an immaculate inning, 12 Ks in a great outing there. He's got 84 stamina, 81 hits per 9, 84 Ks per 9, with a break at 99 as well. And then he's got a cutter, a 4-seam fastball, slider, circle change, and 2-seamer. The cutter, obviously one of the pitches that kind of necessary to induce strikeouts in MLB, up at 92 on the control, and the break is at 99. So just a really, really good cutter there. Also, it's miles per hour is at 85 miles per hour. That rivals essentially what Devin Williams has. So if you are successful with Devin Williams' cutter, you're going to do well with this Nestor Cortes if you're looking for a decent starting pitcher option. And then lastly, we've got the 84 Brandon Marsh for his 3-run home run with 4 RBI performance here, as he got 100 contact against righties, 88 against lefties, and the power at 82 and 54. Fielding is okay. Speed is up at 86. Nothing really too exciting here. He does bat left, so if you are looking for a lefty outfielder, maybe someone to come off the bench, does have very good contact and hits righties very well. So this could be an option for you, again, if you are looking for a outfielder. Again, if you go down to the collection and you have collected all 8 of the current Tops Now Moments cards, you will actually be able to get the 87 Seiya Suzuki, obviously one of the more exciting players to MLB, as he did get his first MLB home run and 3 RBIs. He's got contact in the 70s for righties, lefties at 87, and then his power is 83 and 90. So obviously hits lefties very, very well. Fielding, super mediocre, not going to lie, and then speed at 74. He can play a lot of positions, though. Third base, shortstop, left field, center field, and is a right fielder. Definitely don't want to put him at right field, though, because his arm is only at 77. But if you are looking for an infielder, I struggle to find anyone that I like to hit with at shortstop, so I literally made my creative player there. But if you are not in that situation, Seiya Suzuki is probably a good option for you at shortstop. Then on to the Cover Athletes program. So at the beginning of the year, when you pre-order the game, you were able to get one of these Cover Athlete cards, and the only way to obtain them prior to this program was basically just a pre-order. So you had to buy them. They have hovered around 30,000 stubs since launch of the game, really, and they have stayed there even with this program in place. So if you are ever looking to try and complete the Joe Mauer program, where you can get up to the 96 diamond, this is going to help you out by saving you about 30,000 stubs, just getting you an extra Cover Athlete card, which is awesome, and they're not bad to use. Like, a lot of them are very, very good still. You will also get the Set 1 headliner for a shot at Spencer Torkelson, who is pretty good. This is a pretty lengthy program, I've got to warn you here. All of the moments you'll see here, they're not extremely easy. There's a lot of home run hitting ones, which is kind of tough. And then the Cover Athlete Showdown is actually very difficult because you've got to hit home runs in a lot of these, and it just takes a lot of time. And again, you might get some decent contact, but the CPU might just not throw you anything very good to get that. So if you can complete it, the boss is pretty simple, but again, it's a little bit harder than all the other showdowns that have come out so far. That will give you a big chunk of the program. And then after that, you've got to do these repeatable missions, and I want to point these out real quick. So these missions here, you'll see, so 500 parallel points with Donaldson. Everyone is focused on the cover athlete Donaldson. You can actually use his live series card. So you could go through and make a lineup of all of these live series cards. So Judge, Harper, Baez, whatever is easiest for you. You don't need to have the cover athlete. And then you can go into Conquest, like what I did. I completed the AL East Conquest, or the East Conquest, and that really helped things out. You can also get 1,000 parallel points with the Twins, Red Sox, or Mariners. So if you load up and make an entire lineup of Red Sox players, or Twins, or Mariners, you can also fly through it there, but that'll only get you 3 each time. It is repeatable, but again, this program is going to take you a little bit of time to get, but if you are looking to get one of these cards, save yourself 30,000 stubs, or just to sell, this is a really good option. We also got our next headliner, the set 7 headliner in Matt Carpenter, who has one of the best lefty swings in the game. We talk a lot about just cards, regardless of their attributes, that have really nice swings early on. It's been Jose Ramirez's live series card, for example. 100 contact against righties, 86 contact against lefties. The power is at 85 and 75, so it's not like he's an absolute masher at the plate. Obviously, he does hit righties pretty well with that 100 contact. Can play third base, first, and second. And his speed is kind of mediocre, but his swing is very good. And I will mention this, there are not a lot of prime cards. So again, I'm going to talk about this quite a bit. You notice how he is a prime card. You are going to need to collect a variety of each of the card types when the new 99 program comes out a little bit later on. So if you go and look at prime, there is not a lot of them. All right, so C-Sheck was easy to get because he was free, but now he's up to 40,000 stubs. Ray Durham, you've got to do the White Sox collection. Grady Sizemore is the Cleveland. Troy Gloss is the Angels. Those are all very expensive. Maybe not Ray Durham or Sizemore, but at least Troy Gloss is. And then Dunn is sitting at about 30 to 40,000 stubs as well. And then Utley, obviously extremely expensive because you've got to collect the NL East. But getting Carpenter right now for like 28K, you're probably going to need 3, maybe 4 to get the voucher to then cash in for the 99. So keep that in mind if this card drops to around the 20,000 stub mark, because yeah, he's going to hold his value because of the lack of prime cards. And then lastly, we've got the Moonshot event, and that is going to net you the 90 Tim Salmon, the 90 breakout Tim Salmon at 15 wins. It is not a very long event, okay? It is much shorter than most. It does end April 25th on Monday. So if you're watching this over the weekend on Sunday, you've only got until about 1 or 2 p.m. Eastern time on that Monday to finish this event, but you only need to get 15 wins. And like I said, it is a pretty fun event regardless. However, what I would recommend, if you have the time and you've got adequate skills, or you're just going to bang it out, these three sets right here, or the packs, are very valuable. For example, right here, if you get the rare set here, like 64,000 for David Price, which is what I got, 66 for Yelich, and then Marino down at 45. But that's a huge chunk of stubs just for getting these wins. And same with these guys again. So 36 for Bobby Witt, Franco's up at 37, and then Dunn, like I mentioned earlier, is at 38. But even these guys are going to be helpful for when you cash in those sets for whatever voucher for the player program. And then set 1, not as expensive, but again, has a lot of different variety of cards, like All-Star, Breakout, Veteran, Prospect, for example. So something you want to take a look at there. And so it is worth trying to get those 30 wins. But obviously, you want to get the breakout Tim Salmon. He's got good contact and power. Very, very good, well-rounded hitter. Then everything else is kind of a little bit left to be desired. At right field, you probably want to put him in left just because he doesn't really have an arm. That is something to keep in mind here. But again, 15 wins will get you the Tim Salmon card. All right, guys, so let's go over some of the lineup decisions, because obviously, with it being common pitchers, it is going to be a little tough. You're going to get absolutely crushed, and that's okay. That's the whole nature of this event. But let's talk about some of the options that you can make, and some of the ones that worked for me throughout this event, as I was able to get my 30 wins. So Martin Perez, for example, is a decent option because he's got an okay cutter. And again, you're looking for cutters and sinkers really for this event. So Martin Perez was a pretty common one that I saw, and left-handed. Another great option is Gregory Santos, the 59 overall, with a sinker and a cutter with a changeup, slider, fastball. Again, that is a really nice combo, and his fastball is up at 96. mix. Again, the control and everything else is brutal, but again, you're looking for pitch mix to try and help you out here. So Gregory Santos is a really good option as a right-handed starter. And as you take a look here, I pitched 5.5 innings with him. He had a 1.69 ERA against 95 overall players. Another really nice option in the bullpen is Jorge Lopez. He's got a nice sinker at 95 as well as a fastball up at 95 with a circle change and slider. Again, this is just all about the sinker. You're trying to find pitches that you can get by and jam people with, because that's really the only way to do it. So you're looking for Jorge Lopez, again, another decent right-handed reliever. Another really sneaky one, if you're really trying to sweat it out, is the base Steve Cishek, the common Steve Cishek, because of his delivery. It's a mess to deal with if you're not used to him. However, I would not leave him in for very long, because you could sit low in the zone on him and absolutely destroy people. If they throw that slider anywhere above, the actual bottom of the zone, it's an automatic home run again. So just be wary of that, but Steve Cishek is gross in this event. And then lastly, we've got Javi Guerra. He's got a sinker and four-seam fastball at 95 and 97. However, he does come with outlier on his sinker, which obviously is a phenomenal combination. So he would be the other one that I would recommend if you're looking for a starter for this event. And then lastly, guys, just some hitting tips when you're playing this event. Remember that your opponent is using base cards. Okay, if you are struggling and chasing stuff out of the zone, they're using common pitchers, the worst of the worst, and a lot of them are going to try and paint corners, and even if they're masters of pinpoint, they're still going to have a hard time with it. In my opinion, I took to 2 basically on every single at-bat, because eventually you're going to see that hanging breaking ball because the pitchers are just so low rated. And that is how I was able to do most of my damage. So in all honesty, I would take to at least 1. Because they are going to try and paint the corners, or if you're facing someone that has a really nice sinker, and then sit one pitch that they are looking, that you have seen them throw a couple times, and you're going to do a lot of damage there. So that would be my tip for hitting there, guys. If you have any questions or comments, let me know in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys next time for more MLB content. Have a good one.